Laila Hameen from Crayonversations, and this is our very first experiment with recording on Zoom. We have some lovely guests zooming in shortly named Marielle and Nicole, and I'm going to see if they are on their way in. Let's see. My hair looks nice and poofy today. Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, it's recording. Yay.
Yeah, that's exactly what it needs to do. So now I know I'm going to get a subscription so that I can actually start recording on Zoom. This is cool.
Yeah, well, you're welcome to use ours. It's for creative facilitators as yourself.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. So welcome to Crayonversations. I'm so happy to have you all as guests. Woo!
We are so happy to be here with you.
Yay! Geo's going to be in and out, but I'm here, and I am just happy to have a Crayonversation getting ready to start with y'all. So basically, the purpose is to just get some art supplies together, and you could just use whatever. I use crayons personally because just converse about anything. So it's just free topic conversation. So whatever's on your mind. And if you have any songs or anything you want to sing, you're always welcome to do that too. So it's just like a cool, I'm one of those people, I like to archive a lot. And I always admire, like, back in the 50s and 60s, how they had like home movies and they would like go back and like watch, like, oh, remember when that happened? Remember that happened? I want to kind of recreate that with the people that I know and love and I know that are creative. So that's why I'm reading little episodes of Crayonversation, because it's like, at this point in our lives, on this day, this is what we're doing and what we're talking about. So
I love it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm happy.
Yeah, well, we also have this book with us that we want to contribute some activities, like questions.
Okay, like, cool.
It's called You're Weird, a creative journal for misfits, oddballs, and anyone else who's uniquely awesome. And so there's little activities, but there's little questions in here that's like the weirdest place you've ever been, the weirdest food you ever eaten, and stuff like that.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I dig it.
So we're gonna get on our inner child wear. This is to bring out our inner child. Hello. Inner child Laila.
Hi. Laila has a fresh box of crayons and she's happy.
Yay! That's the best feeling in the world, is a fresh box of crayons.
Yes. Oh man, I want a fun inner child headpiece. Yeah.
I gotta find how to get mine on.
Geo's in wardrobe right now trying to find me something. Let's see.
Cool. Oh, perfect.
There we go.
We look wonderful. But I'm going to be putting a blank white on and then using color crayons on it.
Nice. So you're using cardboard?
Yes. So this is a pizza box. Oh, you can't. Hold on. We're going to take off the background because it's hard to see.
Okay.
What it looks like. But yes, this was a pizza box that we used. And so I'm trying to do zero waste this month of November. And so saving any trash that I have, and I'm going to make art out of it at the end of the month.
Nice.
And so this is the cardboard. And then I'm going to do a white background, and I'll see how the crayons do on it.
Cool.
Let that dry.
Yeah.
I've got a piece of paper.
Okay.
And I think we're gonna I got crayons in front of me and all sorts of things. But I'm gonna do some crayons today because I appreciate the opportunity to do crayons.
Sweet. Oh, and we've got our little guest, a little fur friend.
Oh, is that your cutie?
Oh my goodness! Hello, cutie.
She'll be doing finger painting. I'm just playing. She's gonna finger.
Yeah. More like paw painting.
She's gonna paw paint, you know. So.
So what have you guys been up to lately in life, or today, or?
Today, well, let's see. I got off this morning at 7 o'clock this morning. So I work third shift at a senior living facility. So I got off work about almost 7:30. And I came home and fell asleep. And it was some of the best sleep I've had. And I only sleep for a couple hours. Then I go teach a couple hours after that. But that time in between, it's like, oh yeah. You wrap up in the blanket, the cool fall breeze is coming in, and it's like, it's beautiful. So I had a nice cool fall breeze nap, which was
so nice.
Very good. And then I went to work, and we have a school presentation or like a school talent show coming up, and I'm the acting teacher for the art program. So we're like working on like how to project, because they know their lines, but they're still in that phase of like saying it really quietly like this, and I'm like, no, you gotta be louder. It's okay to be loud today, you know. And they're like, you know, like this is the class. You have to be super loud and extra in, so do it. It's fine. So yeah, that was pretty much my day, just working and, you know, staying awake, and, you know, which is always a challenge.
Yeah. So you said it was a talent show?
Yeah, what they're doing is, between the dance battles, they're having the elementary school art kids do like a showcase. So if there's singers in the singing department, they're gonna sing like songs, like solo songs. And the actors are doing like monologues, and then the dancers are going to dance or whatnot. And it's still a new program, so that we don't have a whole lot of kids, because some of them started off in the program and then they realized like, oh, I have to come here every day. Maybe I don't really want to do this. I'd rather go to gym, that kind of thing. So we have like the select few that keep coming. And so it's like, well, you're going to sing, you're going to work on this song. So it's for them and their parents to see what they've been working on for the last 2.5 months, 3 months, you know. So
that's so cool.
I'm excited.
I love the community too that I sense that you probably have through it all.
Yeah.
That sounds really lovely.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Did you ever do any talent shows as a kid?
I didn't. I was too nervous and too scared. I always wanted to.
I sang in the chorus in 5th grade, and I was literally like shaking in my boots the whole time.
Was it like a
little
solo?
Nicole was in chorus?
Yeah, I think I did a solo, and I remember being very, very nervous. And so I was not a star.
Hey, you were a star in your own right. You know, you're sparkling in your own sparkles. It's fine, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, I did a couple of talent shows, and for one choir one, I got a solo and was completely off key for it. Had practiced it, done it fine, and then got so nervous that when I went up to do it, it was just completely off.
Aww.
And I feel like it's just crazy how, I don't know, how much pressure you can put on yourself and get embarrassed. And I remember like I didn't even really feel that I could do any sort of thing with like a stage presence or anything throughout childhood. And when I was in drama class, like I felt very scared to express myself. So it's interesting now in my adult life that I feel more free, and I feel like I've become more like a kid as I've gotten older. Yeah.
I feel the same way.
Yeah. It's crazy. I feel like I've become sillier.
Well, it's like you're relearning to be a child.
Yeah.
We forgot how to be one for a little while.
Yeah, I always say every time I do a performance or if I tell a silly joke or anything that I do creative, I'm like, I'm doing what 7-year-old Layla probably was too scared to ever think about doing. And
Yeah.
I'm doing it as an adult. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm making up for time that she didn't get to really do that.
Oh,
So I'm like, I'm a color on Zoom with my friends. I don't even care. That's what's gonna happen.
I love that.
That is something though. And now you're both involved in art because Mario, you're a singer and songwriter, and Nicole, you're a visual artist as well, right? So
yeah,
now
that's where I like to focus at least. And we both love to do art. And right now, visual art is definitely much more my focus, and really just putting myself out there for it to be sustainable, for just to be, and that's what I want to encourage in other people. And so I like to write poetry too, and I'm working on a book right now, and I have visions of that being like a big, longer project for more work for me to do, and different ways of workshops that I could do with the book possibly. But yeah, so being creative and artistic is so important to me. It's really important. It's the only thing that like sometimes my mind can focus on, or uh unless it's like social media, like somehow like the phone can take up just as much time of my distraction, but I don't enjoy it and I don't feel filled up. But then when I sit down and color or like paint something, I feel so much more calmer, peaceful, relaxed, like centered. And I feel happier. I don't feel depressed,
I feel you. I was talking to Sarah Hutchinson. She was a guest last Tuesday, and I was telling her like whenever like even in college and now I feel like I focus and pay attention to people more when I'm actually doing something like coloring, because it's like something's in my hand, I'm creating something, but I feel like I'm paying so much more attention to what somebody is saying to me. And it's weird because it's like you're multitasking, doing two things at once, but the coloring is actually settling my brain down for me to absorb fully what somebody's communicating to me.
I love that.
I mean, have you ever noticed in social interactions just like some sort of fidgety energy or restless energy and it feels awkward, and it just like it's a beautiful way to come together too, and just like settle the mind, like you're saying. So I love that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, right now I am drawing my weird dream house.
Oh, sweet.
So far it's got a rainbow roof. Okay. And it will have flowers all up in the front.
Aww, nice.
But, yes, so, and the award goes to, is how it starts off, and it says, what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
I gotta think about that.
The weirdest thing I've ever eaten.
Well, a weird snack that I eat are pickles with Parmesan cheese on them.
Oh, okay.
Really weird.
Well, that makes me think of my pickles and peanut butter that she thinks is disgusting, but I absolutely
pickles
love.
And peanut butter. Wow.
I've never seen that.
Because
so I
forgot until recently that it existed. And I spoke up, something that I had been keeping inside. She doesn't approve.
Let me see. The weirdest thing I've eaten. Years ago, I had this idea to put together sliced apples, brie, like melted brie cheese, some honey, and curry powder.
That actually sounds pretty good.
It was good, but it looked weird when I was cooking it because I would cook it in a pot and I would let it simmer, and so you would see like the cheese melting, and then you put the curry in, then it turns like that brown orangey color, and it's like an apple. You know what I mean? But it was good, very satisfying.
It's really fancy.
Yeah, it was good. But I'll have to maybe add peanut butter to see if I can top you off.
Yeah. I don't know about that. It's like mangoes and blueberries in savory meals.
I like to put mangoes and blueberries on top of dishes, like cooked meals.
Really?
I did, at least. And then Marielle fessed up again and told me she didn't like it, so I stopped doing it.
Oh.
No,
I'm joking, but that's kind of the truth. But I put them on the side. I started putting them on the side.
Well, when her and I first started dating, she would make really sweet meals that were so good, made tofu the best I've ever had, and then there would be blueberries and mangoes in our tofu dish, and I I always ate it. I ate up every bit. But there's something about warm mangoes, like with the dish, that it's not particularly my favorite. And so when I did fess up, though, something that she started doing was putting the fruit on the side. So that was a very meaningful thing.
Interesting. Oh. So how long have you all been dating?
Well, Marielle asked me to be her girlfriend, I think in 2017, in the summer. And then we took a little bit of time apart here and there throughout that and over the course of a few years, because we were trying to figure some things out, especially like with the same sex relationship. And so just navigating that. And then so since that, gone through that, I guess we've been consistently together then. So for how long?
For a year.
She's been living here for a year, so I think it's been about a year. But 3 years.
3 years has been our relationship.
Nice.
Yeah. We met at church.
Nice.
We met at church. So I'm grateful to have a spiritual connection, though, with each other. It means a lot.
Yeah, I feel like her and I both met when we had gone through our like really deep spiritual time, and both came into each other's lives at like perfect timing, and very much so, I feel like, guided. The way that I got introduced to the church that we go to, which is Unity of Garden Park. So I don't know if you guys have ever been to a Unity church, but they're super amazing, just spiritual communities, accepting of all religions, of all faiths. And I was in a Big Lots one day, and there's just some days where you feel the spirit more than, and you just feel like every step that you take is guided, and you're just like what Abraham Hicks would call in the vortex. And I decided to just go looking at the pillows in Big Lots because I wanted to. And there was this older woman, her name's Dee, and she had on a beautiful butterfly necklace, and I complimented on her on it, and I forget our conversation, but it was just like such a synchronicity. And she tells me about the church that she goes to, and this is when I was living in Lebanon.
Oh, okay.
And so I started going with them. But the first time I ever went to Unity, I don't remember if I met Nicole that first day. I think we might have, but it was like in brief, like passing. But going to a place where we like collectively said affirmations, and it just, Unity is a beautiful, beautiful place. And so to connect with Nichole through that space has been really beautiful too.
That's awesome. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
This is what I have so far.
That's kind of cool.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
I love the nose you created. It's so snake-like.
I love all the colors of the head.
Yeah, first I was like, I'm gonna have a purple head, and I was like, I'll make some more colors. Why not? You know, let's go with what feels right.
So tell us more about what your vision is, like with Halo Arts and just with what you want to create moving forward and in life. And
Yeah, sure. Well, with Halo Arts, it's an acronym for Healing Above Living Obstacles. And it's something because when I was first developing the idea, I was in like a business incubator class where they help you kind of develop a business. And I was telling them the name, and I was like, you know, it's Healing Above Living Obstacles. And they were like, well, why wouldn't you just say Healing Above Life's Obstacles? And I said, well, I like living better because it seems like it's continuous. Like healing is continuous. You continue to heal. Like it gets better, and you know, it gets easier. Things get easier, but you're still living through everything. So that's why I was like, I want healing above living obstacles. I want it to be ongoing. So basically, it's a performing arts experience that encourages individuals to use acting, storytelling, and art as a form of self-healing above any type of adversity.
Wow.
And I came up with that because I used acting and writing and creating my own shows to help me overcome some like mental health battles that, you know, I didn't realize were coming until I reached age 30. And that's when I was like, oh, I don't know what to do with my life. Oh my God, I'm freaking out, all this stuff, anxiety. Like I was all over the place. But it didn't really explode until I turned 30. But I used acting as my safe thing, just like I did when I was a kid. When I had a public speaking phobia, I turned to acting because I was like, well, I don't know how to really have people listen to me as Laila, but when I'm in this play, I have this character, and they're going to listen to me, and I feel so much comfortable doing this character right now. And for a while, that's what I was thinking, like, okay, the character will talk, not Laila. The character's going to say it. But as an adult, I'm like, okay, Layla's going to say it, but still do characters. But I used acting as a kid. So in adulthood, I'm like, okay, I still continue to use acting and storytelling to overcome adversity. So whether it's like performing or writing or even encouraging people to like use their art forms to keep going and to keep motivating themselves and others. So that's really like my main goal. I don't really see it as a business at the moment. I see it as more like a lifestyle idea. Because ultimately people are like, you know, well, how much are you going to charge for your performance? How much are you going to charge? And I'll be saying like, I don't know, like $5. I never really think about the money aspect of it. I mean, it's good to make money, you know, and I find myself wanting to be like, okay, I'm going to charge for this. And I'm like, but do I really want to charge that much for it? Or do I just want people to like donate if they want to? And so I don't see it as like a business at the moment as I thought I would see it as, you know, when I first came up with the idea. So, but yeah, so with that, it's including with acting classes too. So that's how I got subcontracted to do acting classes. Do you ever feel guilty for wanting to lay around?
Yeah, I said it earlier and I didn't do it. I was like, I want to watch a movie. It was in the middle of the afternoon. And I said, I need to learn how to watch this movie in the middle of the day without feeling guilty for watching a movie. And I didn't do it because but I did do art. So I am happy with my time, how I used it.
Nice.
But I deal with that guilt, that comes up. And I think it's definitely programmed in us to like, that we're taught to be productive, you know, that our worth is like dependent on how much we do and stuff.
Yeah, how much we get done, you know, how much time is filled up with producing something, you know what I mean? Something.
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, I'm gonna just sit for a minute.
Yeah.
Just like stare at a wall for a little bit. I mean, you know, just something simple.
I agree.
Yeah. I think there's a difference too for humans, like for doing what we love and getting in a flow. I feel like I can tend to procrastinate a lot and sometimes not even take the time to do the things that like make me the most happy, which are like art and making music. And so I feel like, but when we do take the time to like do those things that are for self-care, it's amazing how much more inspired we feel and more aligned and more energized. Like I've had times where I will feel no energy, like I don't want to do anything, and then I will, you know, make a piece of art that I like or make a song, and it will totally bring me out. It's just amazing. I feel like a lot of people feel like they don't have a lot of energy to, and I think that when we are summoning like our creative force that we were born with, that we have inside of ourselves to create, then we have more energy too.
Because I'll be thinking, like, when I come into work, I work at the school. It's part-time, but like I come in the afternoon, so the kids have been at school since like I guess like 7:45 in the morning. So by the time I get there, they're like hyped up. I don't know how they have so much energy. And they're like grade second to, who's the oldest kid? He's like in the 4th grade. So like second, third, fourth, fifth graders that are like mixed into my acting class, right? And they'll come in and they'll just be rolling on the ground. They're like hopping on. I'm like, whoa, okay. And I have to like brace myself, like, but it's okay that they're doing this. This is fine. Like, you don't have to control this situation right now. Like, they're in a class having fun, and they're gonna listen to you eventually, and you don't have to have control right now. Like, and I'm like, let me jump on the frog. Let's jump on the floor like a frog with y'all right quick, because I need to wake up. And they start cracking up too. And for you know it, we're just like walking on the ground doing weird stuff. And I'm like, this is the class I'm supposed to be doing this in. This is fine. This isn't like my other job where I have to be like, you know, in a box. It's fine, I promise you. They'll enjoy it more when you have fun.
Yeah. I've had that experience many a times with kids, where I feel like an experience of my life is like trying to learn to be like a kid more and more, and how to see them on their level. And so recently I've been teaching music lessons to a couple of 2-year-olds, and their attention spans are like 2 minutes. Yeah, barely anything. And but it's been just kind of letting go of trying to control and just like letting them explore and having fun myself too has helped me, I feel like, really connect. And I don't know, sometimes even when I've babysat before, like I will feel like the need to like do something creative myself, you know, or like get engaged to the point where I'm feeling like excitement too. And sometimes I feel like, oh, I just remember how much as a kid I would spend hours by myself making up stories and doing things like in my imagination. And I remember a couple of experiences. One was at my old house when I was the house that I grew up in. And we had a bunch of, I forget what they're called, what kind of trees they are, but they're the ones that fall down a lot. And so they lined our driveway, but we had lost them over the years. So there would just be stumps. But each of those stumps was like a place that I would go, like a grocery store and I just the imagination, you know.
Little Marielle on a tree stump.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh,
yeah, it's crazy how I don't know. I feel like that inner child's still within us. I remember when I first moved to Arizona, I like didn't know a lot of the kids or anything, but I remember when I like first moved there, I like specifically remember being on a bike and like riding around a cul-de-sac for like an hour in circles, speaking a book. Like I was saying, like writing a book, and it would always be some story, like I don't know, like a teenage middle school story of a new girl and not being liked, but then just being like herself. I don't know if you guys ever read the book Stargirl.
No.
I specifically remember being inspired by that book.
Oh, wow.
You felt like the star girl?
Maybe I did. I feel like any of the books where there was like a mean girl and then the nice girl would always like end up just, you know, I don't know, being herself, and there's like some moral. I like that.
I dig it. I relate. Totally relate to it.
What were your favorite things to do as a kid? Like, where would I find you on the elementary school recess area?
Running races with kids in Dayton, Ohio. But I was the kid, I wasn't a fast runner, but I had this idea, like I was like, okay, where you stop at, wherever our last, I guess where you meet, I'm gonna run past that. So I don't want people to think I'm slow. Like I'm just gonna like do more. You know what I mean? So like the kids, they'd be like, "Oh, your mark is set," and they'd be running, and I was just like, okay, and then they would like, "Okay, yeah, we made it," and I'd be like going past them, and they'd be like, "The stops thing was here, Layla," and I'm like, "Oh, well, I just wanted to go a little further," like like just trying to like just prove I wasn't slower than everybody, even though I really was. So I was probably doing that. Then I think once I hit the 6th grade, we were living in Maryland, and I was going through that phase of like, okay, I'm 11, I'm going through a lot hormonally, like I'm developing, but I still feel like I'm a kid. Like all these changes are happening. I'm getting picked on by somebody. Then I have all these great friends on this side. But there was times that I wanted to retreat and be by myself. So I would take my notebooks and go out towards the back of the soccer fields and just start writing poetry to myself. So that's what I was doing a lot of times. I would be like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to talk to people. I was very quiet, very shy. And even with my closest friends, sometimes I didn't really know what to say. So I would go out, get my journal, go walk to the back of the soccer field. And the teacher would be like, "Where is she going?" "I'm going to go right. I'll be back, So I was writing my journal. That's what I was doing. That was my favorite, just kind of being alone and writing short stories and stuff. Yeah.
I relate to that. I was shy and like to read a lot when I was younger, but I found that as a good way to escape. Like, cause I just was shy. I didn't have a lot to say. I listened really well, but I just didn't have a lot to say. And I guess I felt like I'd rather be in a book writing. I love to journal. I still love to journal, but it was like a comfort blanket. It was like a blankie. So I can definitely relate to that.
Yes.
Yeah, get it out. Get it out. In a safe place. Because we're trapped in our minds a lot, Yeah. This is what I've got so far. I've been just coloring.
Ooh. That is beautiful, Nicole.
Just all intuitive, kind of not thinking. I love that. I love when you just don't think. Like,
I love it.
Great feeling. Yeah, I've got some funky rainbow not penguins, flamingos.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
Flamingos. I didn't draw the flamingos. They're in this book.
Let me see what are the other questions.
So this is what I have with my face so far. Not too many updates,
Oh,
but
I love it.
I love that.
That's so
angles
cool.
and shapes and colors and things.
Looks like
I love faces that get put together like that, like really abstract.
Yeah.
who's
I
that?
guess that's the goal right now is abstract.
Next question.
Mhm.
Oh yes, should we ask another question?
Ooh, yes, yes.
Like in the Book of Weird. Aw, this is cool because we were just talking about this. It says, what happens in your head that doesn't happen out loud? Why not?
What has happened in my head that doesn't happen out loud?
Yeah, that's what it, there's like a
Oh.
journal,
What
there's
happened?
a journaling page for that. What happens in your head that doesn't happen out loud? Well, why not?
Oh, wow.
Oh, you draw it out. Okay.
I think you do, yeah.
Okay. You read
So
about
we're
it.
drawing this out?
We can.
What's this? Huh. Let's see. Okay. I wrote, I need a break.
Aw.
It's always in my head, but I don't say it enough and do the action of like taking an actual break.
So I did like a swirly red thing with like black coming out of it.
Oh, okay.
I feel like when I think of like what's happening in your head that doesn't come out, I feel like a lot of the time it's like fear, fears, you know, and a lot of the times I feel like our fears aren't like real, you know, and so I don't think I say everything out loud, but that I think if I did or if I like journaled about it, then it would just get them out, you know, of my head. And then also, I think on the opposite end, I feel like expressions, like a lot of the time, or just ideas or things I want to create, I feel like anything that would keep those held back are also fear driven. I feel like humans are constantly finding, like, just to think of what it is like to be a human and to be on a human journey, and there's just so much chaos and so many things going on and so many things you have to do. And I think that just I feel like what you were mentioning with Halo Arts and just some of the what Nicole is doing with her book and what I like to do with like improv and music, it's just like finding the ways that our creativity and who we are can really shine through.
Right.
The healing arts will have a lot to do with the healing of ourselves and the planet, because it's just like a way of tapping into our creativity. And I really like what Halo Art stands for. I did a training that was called Art Abundance, and it was like how to bring abundance into your life through art. But some of the exercises and stuff, it felt like therapy. Like we would, you know, pick a word that you want to bring more of into your life. And then you would do all these creative exercises like, what color is, you know, faith? You go on a walk through the forest with faith, and what does faith tell you? And so I feel like that helping people through traumas, through anything that keeps kind of like that veil on us is really, really potent work, really beautiful work.
Yeah. There was a teacher named Silvana Gallardo, and she actually passed away a few years ago. but something told me to like go check out this class. Like, but we go in and she's this really petite woman with this gray hair, and she's probably no more than like 4'11". She's really small lady, but has so much energy in her that you feel like she's tall in energy, right? And she's telling us like, okay, well, first thing I want you to know is that you are enough. That's the first thing this woman says to us. She's like, you are enough. You're enough. You are enough. And I was like, okay, I'm supposed to be here. Perfect. This is why I'm here. Okay, cool. And she starts us with these activities where we're like, she's like, get tissue ready because you need to blow your nose. And as simple as it sounds, we're like, we're going to blow our noses. Okay, whatever. She's like, you're going to be animalistic. You got to be free. You're going to blow your nose and just, and we did this thing where we're just literally breathing into the tissue. And you do need a tissue because you really do.
Yeah.
But there's something freeing about just breathing it out and forcing stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
And then she did like a body and soul activity where you just reply back to these prompts with just like a sound like, ah, ah. And so she'll take you through memories, and sometimes you end up in tears, and it's a lot of, like you didn't know, you can't say words, but it's literally a sound. It was dope.
Yeah.
So dope. I miss that woman.
Sounds very therapeutic. Have you ever done just like screaming as a form of therapy?
Yeah.
It's like yelled, like just
in my car.
yeah. Like a primal scream.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That clears some stuff up, doesn't it?
That cleared some stuff up, really.
Oh yes. Screaming.
Well, I think we do suppress our anger. We're not kind if we're angry, but like it's okay to be angry. Like, a lot of times anger is very, shifting to a different state, but I just find it really cool. It's happened spontaneously for me in the car before because that's the safest place I can scream.
Yeah. Car time is great. Be in a car and just be like okay with being in a car, not doing nothing, not going nowhere, but just sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting there screaming.
I will say that I don't scream in the car often. I like to sing a lot, mostly.
Yeah, I'll talk to myself sometimes.
Marielle does talk to herself like out loud, and I think she processes things like that.
I do that too.
Oh yeah, this brings up an acting thing, or why. Yeah, I would like to start making like more videos and stuff because I love just talking to myself. I feel like just getting like all of my thoughts or ideas out, and
Right?
and I do think that's like a kind of a form of therapy. But I remember in 7th grade, I had like these closet mirrors, and I just remember talking to myself as if I were like in an interview or like at a news station or something. I don't remember but it was like acting like in the mirror. I really loved that.
Oh, I relate. I used to do that.
Yeah.
I did that in 8th grade. 8th grade was actually one of my 7th and 8th grade was the roughest years I've had in school. My grandparents, they had like a guest bedroom, and they had like a long mirror, and I would be in my little school uniform, and I would just talk to myself and narrate to myself things.
Yeah.
And if somebody was watching me, they'd probably be like, there's something wrong with you. But it was actually right. It was the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't talk to yourself, who can you talk to?
Yeah. That's so true.
I need to start putting that back into practice. I feel like I used to
I'll be right back.
Voice memo things on my phone.
Oh,
Or just
nice.
talking. I feel like I've forgotten to talk to myself, y'all. But I used to do it a lot more. Started a cleanse. Well, I'm starting the cleanse tomorrow, but it's a pretty intense cleanse. And I've been prepping the past few days for it. So, like, today I've only had juice. And for the next 10 days, I'm doing lemon water, maple syrup, and cayenne for 10 days straight. That's it. So I've been having some digestive issues for a year or so. And I am just hoping that something will kind of get cleared and cleansed and just giving my digestive system a break. So prayers for me on that. But I'm excited, a little nervous. I've been having caffeine withdrawals for the past few days. But because I drink it every day, so I haven't had it for.
I'm so proud of her.
I haven't had it for 2 days, I think. Yeah.
Guess what I made her for dinner?
What?
A bowl of orange juice.
It's a joke. I said I was only drinking juice, so she poured it in a bowl for me.
A bowl of OJ. Oh.
I'll squeeze this apple for you.
No, I can't do that.
Well, that's beautiful. I'm sure your cleanse will be very fulfilling. You know?
I think it will be. I'm excited to see how I feel at the end of it. I've heard some really cool things about just how many toxins get released the process, and so for it being so extensive, I think it will be challenging, and I also think it'll be really worth it. And I'm just hoping that it will help with my gut. I don't know. I just have faith. I have some faith, y'all.
So all you need is a little bit of faith.
Yes. Have some gut in that faith. Have some faith in that gut. There you go.
Yes.
Have some faith in it.
Have some guts. Have some guts. Your guts. I have some guts.
Funny faces. I think we should make funny faces.
I'm down.
All right, you ready?
All right, who's going first?
All right, I'll go first.
Okay. That was good.
I am an 80-year-old man trying to poop.
Okay.
Right? Oh gosh, that was great.
I'll go.
All right, Nicole.
Wait.
This is us as an older couple.
Okay. Oh. Okay, let me see my ugly face. Let's see.
That's a great one.
Thank you. Oh, that felt freeing in a way. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are gonna, oh my gosh, I love that. Let me see it
Yeah,
again.
this is the finished product.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Oh, that's so cool.
Well,
I love
I
it.
want to keep working on it.
Map to what I was talking about. Like, if whatever feeling was coming on, like if I was talking about childhood, I tend to do strokes when I'm talking about my childhood. So like,
Wow.
kind of what I was talking about, depending on
That's so
what
cool.
my art ability is. I don't know.
I love that.
This is mine for the night.
Oh, nice.
I love it.
I'm still finishing
Very
it.
cool.
I'm going to still work on it over the course of the evening.
I love it when I see your intuitive art because I feel like it always has a similar vibe. And it's like Nicole's vibe. Like,
Nice.
I can't, it's just your soul.
Thanks.
It'd be cool if you gave a sneak preview of your book.
Ooh, yes.
How? Like maybe just like either an art piece, maybe an art piece that you've already shown or something. But
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be one of the best books
How about that?
ever made. And maybe
I'll show the cover.
How about
I'll show the cover of the book. I don't know if I've ever shown the cover.
Oh, exclusive. Look, Geo, you can show the cover of the book then.
Here's the cover of the book. It's called Your Heart is the Biggest Chance You Should Dance With.
Whoa. Sweet. Look at that.
That's powerful.
I love it.
Nice.
So that's the book.
Yeah.
Just stay tuned. I've got still a chapter and a half of art to do, and then I'm going to be jumping into the editing phases.
Nice.
So I haven't started editing it. I've written the book. I'm just finishing all the art, and then I will hire an editor, and I will move forward with that because I can't do it myself. I don't want to do it myself, so I will have someone on my team.
And all of these, this is all of the artwork that's going into the book.
All of that? Wow.
And I swear, like, when I first went through every single page, it is like the sweetest book you're ever going to, like, can I just pick one random one?
Yeah, but save the spot because they're super organized, you know. They really are, to be honest.
Virgo. Okay.
But I have them labeled on there, so don't worry. If she did lose one of them, I'd know where to put it because I labeled it.
Perfect.
All right, right here. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah. So she also
So the book is full of poetry and full of writing, and then full of creative activities for the reader. And so there'll be poetry, writing, a lot of doodles throughout the book. It will remind you of a kid's book, but it has a lot of like adult topics.
How do I reserve a copy of this? This thing that's not even like published yet. How do I get a copy of this?
Well, I will be
what I need in my life.
I'll be happy to give you one when it's time, which hopefully 2021 will be that time. I think.
2021.
2021, the year of fun.
Oh yeah.
Instead of this shit show for 2020. Speaking of,
our song be about healing.
All right. This is a song about healing, a song about feeling, a song about getting out your crayons and coloring your world. 'Cause each of our souls are filled with a light, a rainbow display of sunny delight. So paint your face in all the colors. You were born to be wild. You were born to smile, a smile that shows your infinite soul. You are so beautiful. Let love heal your soul, 'cause we are so beautiful. So we're gonna let love heal our souls, love heal our souls, 'cause we know that we all are here to grow, and these growing pains may be in our brains and make us feel a little insane. But don't you know that this is a crazy journey that we signed up for? Yes, we did. You wouldn't think that we signed up for this, 'cause this is kind of a crazy mess, but it's all worth it. 'Cause we are here to see each other's souls. We are here to get back to the whole, back to our home. Our home is where the heart is, and the heart is literally everywhere, because there's one beat, one thing that keeps us moving, and it's the love of the galaxies. Everything is spinning, you and me, and it's beautiful just to be and see and be ourselves with flowers in our hair and sitting in our underwear on Zoom, getting our pants on. But we love you no matter what. We love each other no matter what. That's what our human friends have got to start saying, that we love each other, no ifs, ands, or buts. And that we start to see the absolute beauty that's in all of us and help each other to express that and to learn to live in harmony with all that lives, with all that gives, because the earth is a giving, living wonderland. And we are here to rise up in the reflection of our perfection and of an infinite galactic connection. So this is a song about healing with crayons. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in to Creative Crayonversations.
Hey, episode 3. Woo!
Woo! Third time's a charm, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
This was awesome.
for the night. It was really lovely to talk and get to know you better.
Yes, and we should do this again soon, even if it's not recorded. Like, this is fun. This is totally, I love it.
Anytime you want to hang out online and need that or something, or in person. I mean, right now we've been kind of staying a little bit low-key lately. It's been like, I don't know, it's just a weird year. And
that's understandable.
But if it feels right to like and stuff. But online for sure, anytime. Definitely count on us if you want someone to talk to.
Definitely. Yeah. And I think having creative sessions and I mean, I think that even getting together, I don't know. I think that we need community right now, but even not being able to be always together in person, like trying to get together on Zoom and just be able to talk and hang out has been really beautiful. So, and you're so beautiful for doing this and having us and helping release our inner children with crayons.
Yes, I'm excited. And if you can, with your whatever you completed, we're gonna put it on our Instagram, which is the Crayonversation Instagram. So every art piece, like we're just gonna like have a picture of it. So if you go to Instagram, you'll see the thing that me and Geo made. He made something and I made something, so that's like our first post. And then when Sarah came, I put her artwork on the Instagram, so it's just like the Crayonversation collection. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, we'll send you that when.
Yeah, I started to make an earth on my thing, but the paint kept coming off, so I don't think it was fully dry. Cool. So, but I'll send it to you when I finish it.
Right on. Protect our planet, sister. I feel you. And I'll edit it down and just have cool moments and music and all that. So this is gonna be dope. I'm excited.
Thank you so much. You guys have a good night.
Y'all. Good night. Love y'all.
Bye. See you soon.
Bye. Hugs.
Bye. Bye.